Hi, I would like to welcome you. CBS Paramount, I am so excited to have you here. Thank you for being here and thank you for your time. I'd like to welcome you to this presentation, and we are going to talk about one of your intellectual properties known as Jericho. Jericho is an amazing television show. I know that the community knows that the community that loves it thinks that it might have went a little too short, but my thought on this is introducing a video game that could help us remember it and also expand a little bit on it. It's called Rebuilding Jericho. So, Rebuilding Jericho is going to be a single player, narrative driven RPG created for consoles. It's inspired by gameplay from Fallout and takes place in Jericho and the surrounding towns. There's going to be exploration, survival, decision making, and we're going to have two game modes in this game. So, what are the two game modes? Okay, so first we're going to have a story mode. Story mode, you're going to get to pick a character you're going to play as one of the main characters in the story. And every 3 to 4 episodes would be a level. The key moments in the original story will be like challenges and battles that you'll have to get through in order to level up. Eventually, as we get through that, and we get towards the end, it'll be expanded. And then we can either have writers continue to write more story and release it through downloadable content, or we can allow them to do a kind of choose your own adventure sort of and have choices, and they'll be able to unlock and make those decisions, kind of on their own. And that's kind of the way that all of this is going to be. Once we get to that point, it's all going to be decision based like an RPG. We're just going to get through the original story because that's part of what we're trying to do, is hold tight to the original values in the original show. And once everybody gets the feel of it and gets through that first season or so, then we can start, allowing more decision making in that. But that way, it's the actual core story stays the same. So the other game mode is going to be survival mode. Survival mode will have character customization. You'll get to create your character, decide your leadership style. You'll be able to make decisions and help rebuild the town. And there's a trust system. So every decision that you make affects the town. It affects the relationships with the people, the members, alliances, things like that. So, what sets this game apart are the way the two experiences work together. So, we are holding on to the story mode to help bring the emotional, like balance to the story, but then also offering the survival mode for people who just like RPGs. They like to make decisions, they like to do things and work things out. Now, we are suggesting that Bethesda be the developer that works on this. I've mentioned Fallout, so Fallout is one of their games, as well as Skyrim, and I know that they are more than capable of handling this. And so now it's the who and the how. So obviously, fans of Jericho, gamers who like RPGs, those who value emotional story driven, narratives. And then we would use social media, let's plays, giving early access to streamers to do let's plays, making short skits out of, parts of the game acted out, teaser trailers, podcast interviews are all great ways to get this story out there. Alrighty, so again, thank you so much for your time. I am so grateful that you are here, that you came, and that is Rebuilding Jericho.